Yeah, we got lots to say.
Okay, welcome to another week. By the way, it's a little late going up today. I apologize. We usually record the evening before. I was a little sick.
Were you
yesterday.
sick? I know. I did get that text message, and I was concerned about you.
It was a last minute sick, too. The worst kind. Where I was trying to gut it out.
Food poisoning type sick?
I don't think so. So I'm a guy, I refuse to think that I get migraines. I refuse to think it.
Okay.
For a long time, I refused to admit that I was lactose intolerant. I was just like, nope, I'm just not being strong enough. Like, I'm just not fighting the pain enough.
Yeah, I gotta feel it in order for me to really commit to it.
And so finally, after many allergy tests, they were like, you can't have dairy. So I can't have dairy. And I think at times, if my nutrition's not right, I get these crippling headaches. And I only have one good eye anyway. And so my good eye, I could not see out of.
Oh, you lost your peripheral and all that stuff?
Peripheral, frontward, peripheral.
Everything?
It was screaming. So I went into my office and I lay down on the couch and just like just looked into the pillow. And it was like 30 minutes before showtime. And the last thing I want to do is disappoint Matt Castle.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's totally fine with me.
Pro Bowl quarterback Matt Castle's waiting to do a show, and here I am, freaking laying on a couch in my office going, I can't see straight. And so, yeah, I had to cancel. So it's going up a little later today. So my apologies to you.
Hey, don't apologize to me, buddy. I'm just hoping you're feeling better. So how long did it take for this migraine to go away?
4 hours.
4 hours? What do you take for it?
Well, I take medicine. I don't call it, it's not a migraine.
That's definitely considered a migraine. If you look up migraine, those are the symptoms that...
I do not have migraines. Huh? I was having a bad day is what I call it.
Just a bad day. A really bad day.
I could not focus, though, and I kept working through it for the radio show and the podcast. I was working through it, and I was like, I'm going to vomit because I hurt so bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not a migraine guy, so I'm going to eliminate that now.
So you never get migraines, or it's an occasional thing, or this is just out of the blue?
Sometimes, some would say occasionally, I get a headache so bad based on the circumstances around me that I can't really function.
That's called a migraine.
No, not a migraine guy, just for the record.
Not a migraine guy, just get migraine symptoms.
Man, it was crazy. So I finally got home and laid in the bed. And you know what I do? And I'm going to be completely serious with you.
You suck your thumb. You suck your thumb.
That's interesting.
It's just a soothing mechanism. I mean, my kids do it.
That might work.
Seriously. Think about that.
I'm making a note for next time. Maybe I should suck my thumb.
Suck my thumb, get a little teddy bear.
Did you ever hear the Marilyn Manson story?
Oh, tell me that.
Back in the day?
No.
This is not what I do, but the urban legend was he removed a rib or two so he could suck his own.
Oh, yeah. I did hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is...
I wonder if that made it to Southern California.
That's extreme.
Yeah. That's not what I do. I didn't do that either.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
I have to, when I'm in pain, this is kind of serious, but when I'm in pain like I was in...
So I can't joke about it?
Well, you can, but what I do is like, I know people and I have friends who have like been through like chemo and been like real sick. And I go, at least I'm not that. And I just focus on what at least I'm not. And it kind of gets me through it.
That's good. That's positive thinking. Like it could be worse is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's all you do?
Oh yeah, I have to. I was hurting so bad. I was thinking of my friends that it like gets so sick from being a chemo, and it's like, at least I'm not going through chemo. And then 4 hours later, I was better.
It is the truth.
I just had a headache, and big shout out to everybody that goes through chemo because that sucks.
That really sucks.
But that's what I have to do sometimes when something sucks is imagine how bad it really could be if it were a lot worse.
Perspective.
A bit.
Yeah.
You ever read The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama?
No.
It's a bit of what that is.
Yeah.
By the way, your beard looks. I'm telling you, it's good.
It's coming in right now.
It is. It's good.
Is.
You went wintertime, full beard.
Full beard.
And it was really good. Then you shaved it off because you got a little scared.
Wanted to present myself in such a way.
No, I loved it the first time. I think it looks great right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you ever grow a beard? Can you grow a beard?
Some would say my wife is a beard.
Explain that.
Depending on who you talk to, for a long time, word on the street was that I was a homosexual.
I'm just talking about a beard.
Do you not know what a beard is?
No.
A beard is, if they were a gay guy and they didn't want to be known as gay, it's called a beard to cover up the fact that they're gay.
Oh, so people would think you were that and you didn't want to play into the stereotype and grow a beard?
No. They would think my wife was a beard.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would have her to cover the fact that I'm gay.
Yeah, your sexuality.
And I'm not gay, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being gay. And
I had never heard that before, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I don't run in those circles a lot.
the circles of normal talking about
Yeah,
stuff.
I've never heard that before in my life.
And this
I'm
is the second
43
thing.
years old.
This is the second thing I want to get to.
I'm 43 years old. I've never heard.
I know. This is exactly why I was leading to all this anyway. I was walking in, and you being the extremely nice guy that you were like, "Hey, man, how you feeling?" The first thing you said to me. And I said, "I'm feeling great." I said, "I'll give you all the tea." And you're like, "I don't." At least said something like, I don't need any tea."
The tea bag?
And he was like, "A tea bag?" And I was like, "No." I said, "Do you not know what that means?" And you're like, "I don't know. Tea."
I don't know where you're coming with your humor for the day. I don't know. I mean, you just brought up Marilyn Manson, so I mean, I think that wasn't too far off.
No, but you didn't know what the tea meant.
I don't even know what
but you have
the tea.
You have teenagers, kids.
I have teenage kids.
Yeah, the tea means to gossip.
Oh. See, I need to get up on my lingo, dude. Can you send me an article or something with some of this stuff? Beard, the tea.
You have You're acting like that's new stuff.
The Riz. I mean, did you guys all know that?
I didn't know the beard thing.
You
I'd
didn't?
never heard that.
Really?
No, tea, yeah, for sure I know. But the beard thing, I've never heard.
Wow.
I'd heard that a lot. I actually played into it a lot too, back in the olden days. And they were like, "Are you gay?" And I was like, "You'll never know."
Can I come into the club?
You never know. Yeah. Let's go. So we got a lot of football to talk about.
Yes, we do.
I'd like to lead with a story, if you don't mind.
Please give me a story, a good story.
In the 6th grade, I was going to a school called Lake Hamilton, and I was moving away from Lake Hamilton. And I moved around a bunch as a kid to different schools. We moved around a lot, didn't have a lot of money, so we moved to wherever we could afford to live. And 4th through 6th grade, I went to a school called Lake Hamilton in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And it was a fine school. I'd probably just made my friend group there. And I was told by my grandma, we have to move from Lake Hamilton. We're going to move to Mountain Pine, which is where I ended up staying and graduating. And as a kid, I never liked being the new kid in school, but I kind of got used to it. I think it has helped me later in life because I can adjust.
Yeah, you can adapt
very quickly.
Put me in any environment, and I can adapt.
And so we had kind of a party for me the last day of school that I was there. It was in the middle of the school year, and I told everybody, I'm leaving on this day. It's my last day. And the teacher was so nice. And the teacher said, "Okay, Bobby's last day. Party." We had like cupcakes, and it was the nicest thing. I got on the bus and I went home, and I was like, man, it was really cool. I was going to go to Mountain Pine that next Monday. My grandma came back and said, "Hey, we can't move now for 3 weeks." And I was like, I got to go back to Lake Hamilton after we just had that party.
We just had a party. I can't go back.
Now, I would like to say that's what our boy Max is doing right now, having to go back to Oakland.
Oh, 100%. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. He's
He's going back to Vegas. He's going back to Vegas.
Okay,
Crosby.
that's how old I am.
Yeah.
Yes. Max Crosby
Max.
is me in 6th grade at Lake Hamilton.
Yeah.
He made the video, like the 13-minute video. He's
Can't wait to
leaving.
win a championship. Thank the Raiders fans, the whole deal.
Guess what? You're going back to Lake Hamilton, Max.
Yeah, and they said he was back in the building doing his rehab the next day. I was like, oh.
How weird is that whole story?
It's crazy. It really is a crazy story. The only thing I can relate to is when I got traded from Minnesota to Buffalo. Now, it wasn't for 2 first-round draft picks and a massive contract and all that, but I went in, and it was the season before is when I broke my foot. I snapped 3 bones in my foot, had a partial Liz Frank, and so I was coming off that injury, and you have to go do the physical. So I go in, I do the physical. We're meeting with a bunch of the free agents that they brought in that night. We're supposed to go to a dinner, and I get a call after my physical saying they didn't pass you on your physical. They're saying they're going to blow up the deal. And at that point, Sean Hill was already signed to Minnesota to be Teddy Bridgewater's backup because they were trying to work out a deal, but my agent was pushing for me to go to Buffalo because it would be an opportunity to start all these things. So I went there. But talk about an empty feeling. I would go, what the hell do you mean they didn't pass me? They know that my foot is still recovering. Did they talk to Dr. Anderson, who did my surgery in North Carolina? So those things do go on. But Pagula, the owner, and Rex Ryan, who was the head coach at the time, they went against the physician who said they're not, well, he didn't pass me, but they went against his information that they gave him and said, we're still going to sign you, and still, so put the trade through. But I was sitting there in limbo in the hotel for 2 hours.
With no job. Somebody else took your old job.
Somebody took my old job.
And then you didn't have a new job.
I can't go back there. I didn't have this job, and somehow the powers that be worked it out. He was literally saying, hey, well, let's get back on a plane and we'll talk about it when you get back. And go. I was like, no. What the hell are you talking about? This deal was done, and we're moving forward until I failed my physical. So I know that there's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of probably conspiracy theories right now, especially the fact that they went out and signed Trey Hendrickson right after that, and they got their 2 first-rounders back. But who knows what they found during that physical.
So I have two questions about your situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's super interesting. Number one, and this does relate a bit to Max Crosby because he goes in, obviously he had the surgery. They knew what
They knew he wasn't going to be healed right now.
Right. And I don't know what and why they didn't pass him, right? There's some HIPAA rules we don't know specifically. That hasn't been leaked.
Right.
But with yours, they knew your surgery. Do
Right.
they not, I don't know, like mark that as this part doesn't have to pass, or does it have to pass at like a stage of a like what did they tell you? Because it doesn't make sense to not pass you because of a surgery they knew that you had.
Right. Well, with the surgery, I guess the bones were still calcifying, but haven't completely calcified.
To the point they should have at that point?
I have no idea. And that was the question that I had. I said, well, talk to my foot doctor, the specialist, Dr. Anderson, who's world renowned for these foot surgeries. And he's like, you're progressing exactly where you should. Because I've had multiple checkups with him up to this point. This is the first time that this physician had looked at, their orthopedic had looked at me and seen all my x-rays. They took the x-rays. He even went to the extent of, okay, can you jump on one foot? And I was like, I can jump on one foot. Now, I wasn't completely
on the bad foot?
On the bad foot. Because they're trying to.
But you're not supposed to be completely healed.
That's
though.
what I'm.
Like
that's what I was saying.
They never said that, right?
I know they never said it. I wasn't supposed to be there at that. Like I was not supposed to be completely healed when I did that physical. So that was the thing that you understood with Max as well. That he's 2 months out of surgery. It's going to take 4 to 6 months to completely heal. Did they find something degenerative in his knee that also was a question mark of why they didn't pass him? I have no idea. But it is wild because I don't think in the history of all these trades, this type of mega deal that was done, blockbuster trade, 2 first-rounders, we've seen anything like it. There's been other players in the history of the league, even recent, that have not passed their physical and been turned down, but not like this.
So before I go over to trades that fell through, I do want to go to something you said, because there are conspiracy theories now, and I'm not Mr. Conspiracy Theory. There's 2 things I'm not. Mr. Migraine and Mr. Conspiracy Theory.
Never a migraine.
Never a migraine. Just
Never
I have
a
a
migraine.
headache due to circumstances.
Yes.
But you're right. The Trey Hendrickson thing, the timing.
The timing was perfect because Trey was still there.
Perfect, fishy. I was going to say fishy.
Fishy.
You said perfect.
Well, it's perfect for Baltimore because if you think about it, maybe they had a little bit of buyer's remorse. And I'm just saying, 2 first-rounders is a lot of draft capital
That's
to
heavy.
give up. And if you get a guy that's been as productive as Trey Hendrickson, you pay him and get your 2 first-rounders back. I'm not saying this is what happened.
Man.
But all the pieces, they became a winner right away when
It happened
all that
so
happened.
quick. It happened. It almost happened too quick, guys.
And
Like, they signed him 4 years, $112 million. The reason that he probably isn't as desirable as Max is because he's a little older.
a little older, and Max Crosby's a difference maker. I mean, he is a game wrecker, and so is Trey Hendrickson in many regards, but he's not as explosive as Max is.
Okay, so let's just play the game. Do we think that something fishy was going on at all? What do you think? You can say no. I believe you believe in all goodness.
I do. I believe that there was maybe something fishy.
But you do
going on.
believe fishy? Okay.
I mean, if you get your 2 first rounders back and still able to sign a quality edge player that can come in and be very productive for your team, that is a win for your organization because you get those 2 first rounders back, including this year's draft pick at 16.
If I can insert a scenario that is probably fiction but created by my mind, it is this. They make the trade. They're pretty pumped about it because they do have a freaking star.
Yes.
A star pass
Absolute
rusher.
stud.
Other than Myles Garrett, that's the guy you want.
100%.
However, in the process, they learn that they can get Trey Hendrickson. And so now it's, man, we're pretty pumped about this. But if we can get our 2 first rounders back and we have the money to actually get Trey Hendrickson, so we have him plus 2 first rounders, why don't we find something wrong in the physical?
Well, they already knew that he wasn't going to be completely healthy, and all they have to say is, "Hey,
that's correct.
We've got question marks."
But I feel like they had to find something more, or at least express something more, even internally, than your legs jacked up, because everybody that was already known.
Right. Well, everybody says you got to pass your physical, and it's up to the team's discretion.
It worked out for the. If you're a Ravens fan, I'm happy right now. I know you lost your baller player, but you got a pretty close to the same, not exactly, but good enough. Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5. We'd say top 5 pass rushers group.
Yeah, 100%.
And you got your 2 first-round picks. If you're a Ravens fan, that's awesome. You know what? If you're a Raiders fan,
that's the other side of this of the coin, right? That we haven't even talked about yet, because they went on spending frenzy.
By the way, the number 1 center now.
Tyler Lindenbaum, highest paid center in the history of the league.
The crazy thing is they do still have the money to do this because they did have so much. I think they just spent a nickel on last year's roster, so they have all this money.
They said that they have committed $271 million to the contracts that they just signed. So, Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, Jalen Naylor, Tyler Lindenbaum, and I know that they've got a defensive
Eric Stokes.
Stokes
corner.
They can still afford to have Crosby, though. So they're gonna make this work if they don't retrade him. They have enough room to magically make this work if they're going to do it through. But I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to trade him. But the problem is that all the other teams that were waiting for him have done their thing to make. So
well, the other part about that is now everybody in the league. It's such a public statement that he failed his physical, that something must have gone on. That these other teams aren't. Nobody's going to give him 2 first-rounders.
You're
for
right.
Max Crosby. I can't believe that they would give him 2 first-rounders and they'd get the same trade value that they had when they traded with Baltimore.
Even if word around the league, I'll just be conspiracy mind here. Even if word around the league is, okay, the Ravens are doing something kind of shady and they wanted to get out of it and it's exactly what they thought it was, still they're not going to get 2 first-round picks.
Right, the GM's still going to say, dude, there's question marks.
Yeah,
I'll give you one
It's bizarre.
first-rounder.
It's crazy.
It's
and I know
crazy.
everybody's talked about it, but it's crazy. And that's interesting about you. And you were in purgatory for a minute.
I was in purgatory.
In a hotel.
Dude, my heart sunk to my stomach, and I was like, dude, free agency's going. I don't have a job right now. This was the opportunity for me to potentially go start. They already re-signed at my other place, which I was very happy at in Minnesota, a new backup, Sean Hill, because Bridgewater played the rest of that season, played well. I knew I was going to be that guy that would be the veteran backup, and they wanted to bring me back. But then they traded me, and then all of a sudden that falls through, and I'm just like, oh my God, how do I explain this to my wife or where do I go from here, I guess? It's
offensive coordinator at Belmont High School.
Hey, I'm still working on that job, dude. They said I'm not qualified enough.
Memorable sports trades that fell through, even though they were in place. The one that comes to my mind most is the Chris Paul to the Lakers trade back in 2011. That was a weird one. The Hornets had a deal in place to send him to the Lakers, but the NBA, which was operating the Hornets at the time, was like, we're going to block it. That's conspiracy. That's some real bull crap that happened there. Because there was some crap. Yeah. So that one, Tyson Chandler to the Thunder. The Thunder agreed to get Chandler from New Orleans, but the Thunder voided the trade after the physical. Some people say he was physically okay. Another one is John Elway, nearly the Raiders in '83. This one's more legendary than official, but the story says the Raiders believed they had a deal lined up with the Bears that would have put them in position for Elway, but the trade fell through before it could happen.
That would have been interesting. Elway at the Raiders?
Yeah, the story says the Raiders believed they had a deal lined up with the Bears.
Bears?
How'd the Bears get involved?
There's a 3-team trade.
Okay, got it. All right, man, what timeline am I in right now?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Didn't you watch the documentary?
I did. I know. That's why I was like confused by it. And then the original Mookie Betts 2020. This is baseball. So that one briefly fell apart when Boston had concerns over Graterol's physical, and so it's always a physical.
It's always a physical.
It was later.
It's always the opt out.
It was later reworked. They called it the Castle rule. They were like, no, it's okay.
No,
Matt
we're
Castle
fine.
could jump
We're
on one
fine.
foot,
Hill.
so it's all good.
Hill.
So we probably both were going to have that story. So if I hijacked that from you, apologies to Max. That story.
Oh, Crosby?
Yeah.
Oh no, we definitely were going to have that story. It's the biggest story out there right now.
All right, you're up.
All right. I just saw. I mean, it is crazy that the league is making this much money, right? But the salary cap went up $22 million. But you think about these salaries that are being signed. They said 8 players have become the highest paid player at their position, at least 4 of them, and then there's 4 others that are averaging the most ever as a free agent. I mean, you've got Trent McDuffie, 4 years, $124 million. Laramie Tunzel's going to be averaging 30 a year. He's 2 years, $60 million. How about the edge, Jalen Phillips, who's going to the Panthers, 4 years, 120 million. I don't know. That one was crazy to me. I know that the Panthers needed a rush end, but I think that they overpaid to the most.
I think with an edge, though, an edge and maybe a wide receiver one, and obviously a quarterback, I think sometimes you have to overpay because you're either going to overpay or they're going to go somewhere else. The McDuffie trade on the surface seems crazy, but it's just how the Chiefs do business, I think. The Chiefs just want picks. I think they're going to rebuild their secondary, but they're loading up. Freaking Kenneth Walker. How about that?
They're loading up. Kenneth Walker was a great signing for them, but then you go on the opposite side of the ball. You talked about Trent McDuffie. They lost Jalen Watson to the Rams as well, and Brian Cook, who's their safety, went to the Bengals. They lost their entire secondary. If you go back even 2 years ago, Jalen Reed left, and he was with the Saints. We talked to him at the Super Bowl, but that is a complete overhaul of a secondary unit that was strong and a big part of why that defense was successful.
I believe in the Chiefs, even next year, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't think Travis Kelce comes back for one more year if he didn't think, one, that Mahomes was going to be able to play the whole year.
Yes.
And that he had legitimate intel that they were either going to trade or draft and make sure that secondary would be formidable. I don't think he comes back for, what was the documentary called with Jordan? Last Stand?
Last Dance.
No, that's Custer. Yeah, Custer was Last Stand.
Custer.
The Last Dance. I don't think Kelce comes back for Last Dance unless he is told that, one, Mahomes is going to be fine, and that, two, they're going to actually put out a competitive defense.
Right, but I also think that as a competitor, and especially the type of player he is, that if he wanted to play, it was the desire for him to play, that he was going to come back regardless. I don't
even
think
on
it
a
was
rebuilding, even on a full rebuild.
I mean, after a 6-6 year, or whatever they were this year, they were 500, right, or below 500.
To me, they felt 0-17 based on every week.
A lot of games.
Every week when I was like, they're going to win.
The Chiefs are used to losing.
Yeah.
But you would say you'd have to second guess where you are as a franchise. But you say, oh, well, we had a lot of close games. At the end of the day, though, I think it's the competitor in him that thinks he still can go, that he wants to play again, regardless of the circumstance.
May I present to you, though, the idea of
that the GM sold him on the thought of, are you going to trade away all of our secondary and then rebuild that thing?
Or there were rumors, whispers, that Kelce would go play somewhere else for a year if Mahomes wasn't healthy and he still wanted to play. I just don't think, what do I know? You know way more about this than I do when it comes to this scenario. But being the fierce competitor that I am, you've seen me hurt my ankle playing pickleball.
I saw you fight through or heard that you fought through a migraine yesterday just by sitting on your bed.
That story was on SportsCenter. It was number 3 last night.
Yeah.
Top moments. Yeah. I just think if Kelce wanted to play, you're right. I think the competitor in him, he would have played. I think he wouldn't have wanted to come back though and play for a team if they would have told him, we're just rebuilding. And I don't think they would have given him. Not that $13 million is a lot, because it's not for a guy like that. I just don't think they would have invested that money into him. But what do I know? I think it's cool he's coming back for a year. For some reason, I always believe in the Chiefs because I think Patrick Mahomes.
It's hard not to believe in the Chiefs.
He's the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yes.
So, yeah, a lot of money. Hendrickson for 112. What do you think about Tua signing with the Falcons?
I think it works out great for Atlanta because Miami's going to pay that salary still. I mean, he had how much money left on the books?
The Dolphins have to pay a $99 million cap hit. And so is that over 2 years? Yeah.
2 years, $99 million.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to, But it's Tua and also
Kyler.
They're going to sign like $1 deals with their teams.
They signed a league minimum, which works out great for Atlanta. You know, and
that's not $1?
Huh? That's exactly right. I mean, Tua going to Atlanta was a great pickup for Atlanta. The number one, he'll be able to push Penix. Penix obviously is in the recovery mode himself from the ACL injury that he had. So they've got a guy that has started plenty of games, has played well at different parts of his career, has had some injury issues, obviously concussion issues. But at the end of the day, they've got a guy that started and have a lot of experience that comes into Atlanta. All the pressure's off of him, and he's there to potentially be a bridge guy or at least push Penix if he's not able to come back.
Am I crazy, or are they both left-handed?
They're both left-handed, and it's rare that you'll see two lefties on one team.
Hey, I like it, though, if I'm the offense, because or if I'm the wide receiver, the ball spins to. I'm left-handed.
It does. It spins. The revolutions go the different way.
So I hear, oh, you're lefty. The ball moves funny or weird or you have this movement because you're left-handed. But if I'm a wide receiver, I like it that they're both left-handed because that's one rotation.
Yeah, and the other crazy
Did
part...
people think about that? Am I nuts for thinking that that's cool?
No, they definitely say that. I mean, wide receivers say it all the time. When you have a left-handed quarterback versus a right-handed quarterback, how it comes out of your hand and also how the ball spins, it's just a different trajectory, obviously. So there is something to that. But the thing that I read about Tua, did you know that Tua does everything right-handed? He even kicks right-footed. But the only thing he does left-handed is throw a football.
I didn't know that.
His dad, I guess, taught him
Terrible
when he was
idea.
younger.
Dad,
when
stop.
When he was younger, to throw the ball left-handed, and that's the only thing he does left-handed. Is that wild?
I would go back in time if I could and just say, Dad, let's not do that. As a left-handed person myself, unless it's going to be baseball.
Exactly.
That's
left-handed pitchers, different.
And only if you pitch, because otherwise you can't play the infield anywhere other than first, and they're only putting big hitters at first.
Oh, they just discriminate against lefties.
It sucks. You can't catch. You can't play middle infield.
No second.
They
no
can
short.
fake it at third,
base.
but not really. So no.
You don't see a lot of left-handed catchers either, right?
None. You can't because
they're righty.
Like this. But most batters are right-handed.
Right-handed.
You're behind them.
Yep.
It sucks. Being left-handed sucks. You can't play guitar. You get ink on your hand. Like, there's so many times people are passing around a guitar, and I'm like, well, I'd like to play a funny song or so while everybody's passing it around. I can't do it because I'm left-handed.
What about your forks when they're set up? Do you have to switch them around? Like the place settings? You know, like...
I'm not stupid. You're acting like I'm a 2-year-old.
Or do you use your right hand? That's what I'm saying when you eat.
He's like, do you eat with the wrong side of the fork?
Do you eat? What side? Huh?
What side? The stabby side. Is it towards your face or... Yeah, no, that's weird that's cool they're both left-handed for the wide receivers, but that sucks that his dad made him be left-handed. And he's a quarterback.
Sucks. It worked out pretty well.
It also looks weird, and I'm left-handed, and I see a left-handed quarterback, and I'm like, that looks weird.
It just, you're not used to seeing it.
Travis Etienne with the Saints, 4 years, $52 million.
Yeah.
At the recording of this, I've seen nothing with Kamara. Anybody?
No.
Any update? Because there's no way Kamara's staying there if they signed Etienne like this. They were already saying Kamara doesn't want to leave New Orleans, by the way. He said that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think he stays a Saint. Mike Evans of the 49ers is pretty cool.
That's cool. I mean, they needed a veteran presence there.
I'd like him to win.
I mean, I would like him to win too. I mean, he's big, he's physical, he'll do it in the run game. He's unselfish. I mean, he's everything that you want, a quality pro, and that's something that I think that they've been missing a little bit of. Hopefully he can stay healthy is really, because he's had the hamstring issues, and last year was his first year in God knows how long, 12 seasons or something like that he didn't have over 1,000 yards, but that was due to injury. But that's a huge pickup for the 49ers.
We have been known. I'll remove you from this. I've been known. No, you don't want to.
Okay, I don't want it. Never mind. It's you.
To at times be a Titans hater.
Dude, they did make some great moves.
They're making moves, not only within the administration, the coaching staff, like they're doing things with extreme stability, with proven success. Even Dable's an offensive coordinator is freaking awesome.
Right.
But they're also like spending money on folks. And now I don't know the Wan'Dale Robinson is a true number one, but he's not a number 3.
He's not 3. He's somebody that's a definite upgrade from what they have right now.
So, like, okay. Like, I'm with it. They've got a serviceable backup in Trubisky.
Yep.
He knows he's drafted before Mahomes.
That's right.
That's all I think about when I see Trubisky.
Yeah. And you're like, dude, you were drafted before Mahomes.
I don't say that to him, but I never met him.
He's been on like 15 different teams already. It's crazy.
And isn't it, Mitch Trubisky, but is it also Mitchell? And then I think of like Matt and Matthew Stafford. What did you call Matt?
He liked to go by Matthew.
He did.
Yes. It was a Matthew, not a Matt, not a Matty. What's up, doggy? No.
I've never
Matthew.
called him Matty.
No, he's Matthew.
I've actually never called him anything. I've never met him either.
That's my mom calling me Matty. But
you had two Matts. You were Matt.
Yeah, Matt and Matt.
Did anybody ever call you Matthew?
No, but my son is a Matthew Castle Jr. He goes by Matthew.
I don't know why. You guys don't get confused? Like if your wife's yelling?
No, I'll know if she's yelling at me.
Oh,
for sure. It's a different tone.
Got it.
Going back to the Titans, though, also defensively, Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Meyer. Then they went out and got 2 cornerbacks. I mean, they're going to be much better on the defensive side of the ball. And you already have Jeffrey Simmons, but they shored up the defensive line. They got some secondary help. I mean, they've done some good things in free agency. I'm
going to ask you a question. I'm not going to tell you what the over-under is until after you answer what you think the Titans can win. Without looking at the schedule, they're going to be playing it's not going to be easy schedule, but they were last place, so they're going to be playing a last place schedule. But what do you think the Titans, how many games do they win next year? Blindly, I'm not giving you the benefit of looking at their schedule. I don't even think the full schedule's out, is it? It's just they're going to play a last place schedule. No, I think they're over under 6.5.
Okay, I'm going 9.
That's big.
Yeah. I mean, I think they'll have a pretty good schedule. They play in the South. I mean, Jacksonville's definitely upgraded their team, but was much better last year. The Colts, there's probably going to be some question marks there with Daniel Jones' health and everything else. Houston's Houston. You're going to have to deal with that defense. But I do think that they're a team that is upgraded enough to where they can be competitive week in, week out, and you have to have the ball go your way sometimes.
The NFL is now exploring a Thanksgiving Eve game.
I saw that.
Thoughts?
Great.
Me too. Me too.
Dude, more
Me
football?
too.
Are you kidding me? I love it.
People are like, oh, we're running. That ain't me. I don't. You guys are playing football.
Yeah. What are you talking about? So the day before Thanksgiving, I get something to watch. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm in. You know what? If I enjoy it, I'm going to be very selfish and I'm going to want more of it, just generally speaking.
True.
So, and I also used to work retail. And when they would make us work Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving Day, I got paid overtime, time and a half. That's just part of nature of the beast.
It's nature of the beast. When they're handing out contracts like this is kind of part of the nature of the beast. The other great part about that for a player, yes, do Thursday night games suck? Do Thanksgiving games suck? They do. But at the end of the day, you play on a Wednesday, you're home for Thanksgiving.
I was going to say,
It's
you know
gonna
what
be
sucks
great.
even worse? No game.
Yeah, no game. That would be the same thing.
Can somebody find something wrong with, let's go over here. Do you guys have any problem with a Thanksgiving Eve game?
I kind of do, yeah, actually. Of
course he does.
I just think it's a little oversaturation. The
Oh,
NFL is
really?
kind of getting to that point where it's like, okay, if we got a game every day of the week, then I don't really look forward to a game on Thanksgiving or on Saturday or on Sunday.
Well, then don't watch it.
Yeah, you have every right to close your
Yeah,
eyes.
you don't have to watch it.
Watch Charlie Brown Christmas or whatever they show on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Eve. I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah.
I won't. Maybe I won't.
Yeah, okay.
As a boycott.
The Patriots are playing the Bills, by the way.
Dang it. Yeah, if they're playing, then I'm definitely watching.
No, I have no idea. I was like, maybe I'll watch it.
I would
Saturated.
think that the
Of
NFL,
course it's saturated.
It has like when they do the biggest 25 highly rated shows, the NFL is like 23 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think right now there's a risk of oversaturation. I think where some people get annoyed is whenever the NFL does something behind what's a quote unquote paywall. Mm-hmm. So if they do a game on Netflix, but the NFL is a private company. People are like, we deserve to see. I'm gonna be honest with you. NFL's a private company. You don't really deserve. It's not like your unalienable rights from the freaking Declaration of Constitution.
Right. It's Amazon. It's
Yeah.
Netflix. It's
I get it.
the
It can be
highest-
annoying to find the
highest
games.
Yes, but it's highest bidder. I mean, it is a machine. I mean, the only thing that pisses, I think, some people off are when you have college football is Saturday. If they're an avid college football fan and then you get that overlap of NFL taken away from those college football games, then that can maybe be frustrating to some people. But at the end of the day, the product's the product, and people keep tuning in and it keeps getting better ratings, and that's why these contracts keep going up.
I don't feel anything is sacred. However, the only thing that I am happy about is that unless you're the MAC and it does a little bit, and the NFL really doesn't until after, is that nobody really takes the steam out of high school football. I think that's super cool of both college and NFL to not go, screw it, we're going to dominate Friday nights. Because they haven't for that reason. I think there's some integrity there. I'll say it. There's integrity.
They haven't attacked Friday nights. That's true. But Fox also has their football games. They put college football games on now. They've got their Friday night.
But it's
college
always
football
like
game.
a weird one. It's like Tupelo State versus your mama Avenue.
Right.
But it's
at
like
the
it's
same
not
time,
like a real one.
I mean, but for high school, it's not like a nationally televised thing.
No,
It's
but you don't have to choose. Like your high school game is happening in your town. You go to it. You don't have to worry that you're going to miss the freaking Bills and Patriots.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
But
yeah,
people also could have their phone there watching it. Just a
from what
little
I
bit.
know, you're the world's best dad. That does not happen, and we just bleeped that just in case anybody else was listening.
Yeah,
you
don't listen to that.
definitely don't.
That's in between games.
Of course.
You know, there's a lot of wait time in between games.
Can I ask you a question
Yes, of
about
course.
your kids' athletic endeavors? Mm-hmm. Is it crazy to see them be really good?
It's a lot of fun.
Because I know you and your wife were both premier athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're watching, it all makes sense. It tracks genetically your kids. If they want to pursue sports, they're probably going to have a decent genetic shot at it.
Right.
Is it so cool to watch them dominate?
It is so much fun as a parent, but it's also nerve-wracking. It's crazy. I never thought about it much when I played of my parents being up in the stands or my siblings watching me or anything like that. But when you go watch your kids, it's like you want them to do well, and at the same time you're going through the emotions of a game or a bad moment or a tough play or even a tough game where they get done and you feel that. It's a different experience altogether, but it is awesome to watch them. And then the other thing is just helping them to understand it takes hard work, it takes discipline. And while you're good now, it doesn't transition always unless you put the work in, and just trying to teach them the standards that you have to set for them so that they understand what it's going to take, because you can't just lean on the fact that you're super skilled right now and you're better than some kids. What you have to do is work at it. And so,
is there a part of you that enjoys if they go through some athletic adversity?
100%, because that's not just in athletics, it's in life, and understanding that there's the hardest thing for any kid to understand is failure, is being able to deal with failure, is being able to have that tough game and not think that they're terrible and it's going to consistently be that way. And we deal with it with our kids all the time when they have a tough game, of how to approach it. And like, dude, sports is a game of failures. You're going to fail and you're going to have an opportunity to learn from that failure. If you can learn from the failure of what you did wrong, maybe it's film study, maybe it was you were thinking it was a different play, whatever it might be, then you can get better and grow from that. Because I tell them all the time, I learn more from my failures than I ever did any of my successes. Because when you're successful at something, you did something right, well, your mind just kind of naturally, you go through the motions a little bit because you know how to do that and you did it right. Whereas if you fail and it's embarrassing and it's tough to have to cope with, then all of a sudden you have to have introspective and look at it and go, okay, why did that happen? How can I do it differently? How can I get better from it?
Were your kids ever old enough when you were playing to experience it with you?
My oldest daughter and my second daughter were probably old enough to experience it, but they still were young.
Do they have memories of you playing?
They do.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, my oldest son was old enough to where he can come in the locker room after the game, which is such a special moment when you're a father and you get to bring your kids on the field after a game, or bring your son into a locker room and get him to experience a victory where they bring it up and everybody's screaming, yelling, and doing all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. My youngest son got to come in, but he was so young that he probably doesn't realize have the same memories of it. And then my youngest was just a baby when I was at the tail end of my career, so she doesn't remember me playing at all. She just thinks of me as dad. Dad, why are you at home a lot? Why don't you go work? I said, I'm trying to.
That's pretty funny. All right, what do you got over there? Give me another one.
Oh, gosh. Let's see here.
You got a whole stack. Got to pick one.
Got a whole stack. Let's go. There was a report that Tom Brady prevented the Patriots from acquiring Max Crosby. One report suggests Tom Brady delivered the Patriots. Okay, yeah. After the Patriots missed out on trading for Max Crosby, a report from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler pointed to the possibility that Brady might have prevented the star edge rusher from ending up in New England. A person involved in the Crosby trade told Fowler that there was no way Tom was sending Max to Mike Vrabel.
So this is multi-layered, because it's not just Tom Brady not wanting to send Max Crosby to his old team. It's Tom Brady, the owner of the team that he's on, not wanting to send. And in the end, it comes out as a bit of a wash because we don't know where Crosby's going to go anyway.
Right.
What do you think? I want to go to both of you because we got a former Patriot player and a Patriot super fan nerd.
Super fan nerd.
What do you think about this?
I don't believe it. At the end of the day, they're going to go to the highest bidder, right? I don't know if the Patriots, what they even had in store for them in terms of a package deal and how many first round draft picks, if it was a first round, a second round, whatever it might be. But if Baltimore comes to the table, gives you the 16th pick of this year's first round and another first rounder the following year, I'm guessing you're going to go to whoever is giving you the most value. And it doesn't have anything to do with whether or not Brady. Why wouldn't Brady say yes to the Patriots if they're offering a better deal, right?
So then I'll ask you, is there anything between Brady and Vrabel that we don't know about?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, we played together for, 7 years in the Patriots. We're always close. We still talk. I'm sure he still has a great relationship with them. So I can't imagine that he would just say, no, I'm going to screw variable because I don't want Crosby to make them better.
What about when Brady said he couldn't root for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl?
Well, he's just, he's playing the media game. He's announcing games. He's a minority owner of another team. I mean, he kind of plays the fence on some things. If he would have just come out and said, hell yes, I'm going for the Patriots and Patriots through and through, I mean, people will give him about that too.
Let's go to Superfan Nerd kickoff, Kevin. Superfan Nerd, what do you think?
Yeah, at first I didn't believe it, but the more I'm thinking about it, it just seems like these keep piling on, so I'm starting to believe it.
That was my only point with even the not saying he was rooting for the Patriots. And
Right.
I think Castle's point's right. He's playing the media game, but there just starts to be so many.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now where I'm like, is Brady becoming our enemy?
Can I bring up what could
No
possibly be
chance.
the scenario? Can I do fictional scenario?
Yes, let's do fictional.
Let's say you are Thomas Brady,
Yes.
Super Bowl champion. Holy
7
crap.
time.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
time.
6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots. Now, do you want a Patriots team that you're not on to start winning Super Bowls? Don't you like it if you're Tom Brady that you were the last king ding-a-ling of the Patriots? And wouldn't you like a bigger gap in time from when you won your Super Bowls and you were Mr. Awesome to someone else being Mr. Awesome in New England? Therefore, you may keep other amazing players from going to New England. That is the suggestion that I have as far as my fictional brain. Thoughts?
Is that how you would view it if you were Tom Brady? You'd be
For sure.
Dude, I don't want
as soon as I
anybody
left the Patriots, I
dancing
want
on
you
my
to
parade.
suck.
They did suck.
Not long enough.
5 years.
Not long enough.
Yeah, not long enough. They
Not
did
long
not
enough.
suffer. You want them to go back into the NFL purgatory and just be at the bottom of the barrel?
Not long
I'm
enough.
pretty sure Tom's confident enough in his resume, in his legacy, that whoever comes next after him, nobody will ever live up to what he set the standard to.
Especially if he's sabotaging them.
Especially if he's doing that, putting tripwire in the building.
Just admit, though, and I know you don't agree, and you don't have to think that I am at all in my right mind, but that's a pretty good theory, and I just came up with it.
Yeah.
It's a good theory. If that was the case, maybe that's.
Do you want to know how I came up with it?
How did you come
Because
up with
I am so wildly insecure that I thought that's what I would do if I were in the same exact position as Tom Brady.
I was thinking that as like competitor, not insecure, but that works too.
But it's like they're not gonna play maybe once. They're not in the same division,
Right.
So they're not playing twice a year for sure.
The only place that they would meet is in the playoffs.
All I'm saying is, if I'm a former Patriot that was dominating as a Patriot, and again, I was King Dingling, I don't want them dingling anytime soon. I want there just to be just people to beg for the days of Tom Brady.
Well, I would say this. The only way that theory would make sense to me is if the Patriots would have won this year.
But they didn't, so they still haven't won.
Yeah, so they still haven't
So
won.
he's going to keep them from winning.
But
No.
they did make it to the Super Bowl.
And
the
that's-
I
Raiders
know, but I'm saying they
sucked.
didn't win the Super Bowl. So his legacy of being the last quarterback to win for the Patriots, six Super Bowls there, that's not even threatened at that point.
And nor will it be, because Max Crosby, the second best pass rusher in the NFL, is not going.
Yeah, but he's got a knee issue.
That's true.
Depending on who you ask.
I heard. I hear whispers on the streets that Brady's the one that did the physical.
Himself, huh?
Yeah, and
And he wants him back.
Yes, that's just. What's going to be interesting is to see him get traded now, because we think he has to get traded, right?
Well, they've got he's $30 million salary.
Yeah, you have to.
That's
There's no
$30
way
million.
he wants to go back to Vegas. I assume, Castle, you ever been around a guy like that? Like almost got traded or whatever, and then came back? And
No,
like,
got traded and then came
Well,
back.
I know you
Oh,
have.
have I been around? No.
Like who
I
had to
haven't.
come back into the locker room.
like that's
Yeah,
awkward.
he,
Like, that
they said
happened-
he showed up at the facility for his treatment the next day. I was like, oh, God.
It's like me having to go back to Lake Hamilton, guys. I'm telling you, think I don't
Yes.
relate to Max Crosby? It
Yeah.
sucks to have to go back and be like, I said I was gone. You guys were all cool. I'm back.
Yeah, and the GM sitting there like, hey, I know we tried to trade you, but I'm sorry about the physical. Come on,
That
let's have
happened
a
with
discussion.
the Laker,
discussion.
the white kid that played at Tennessee.
Oh yeah, not Austin Reeves.
No, the other
Dalton
white
Connect.
Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
The other white guy
The
for the
other white
Lakers, where I think he was going to
Charlotte?
and you're out of here. But then he didn't pass his physical. The Charlotte guy didn't pass his physical, so he's back in the locker room knowing they wanted him to trade him.
Like, sorry about that. It was just a mishap. We really do still like you. Come
I haven't
back
seen
in.
him since, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to end with this. Top 5 free agency spending by teams. And no, I'm going to say this because I want to say this. I've been a Titans hater, not because I generally dislike the Titans. I wish they would win. I have felt like they haven't been committed to winning, not because of the coaches or the players, but because of up higher in the organization that starts with the owner.
Right. They've been non-competitive.
The owner wasn't letting the other folks do their jobs.
Right.
Which made it, in my opinion, an uncompetitive organization.
And frustrating.
Thank you. So,
okay,
number
who's
one,
spending now?
Titans, number one, $288 million. They've spent $288 million. Shout out Titans, my new favorite team.
Let's go. Let's go. You're back on the Titan train.
I'm
pounding the table.
And if their helmets are what they're saying, I like the helmets.
Yeah. I mean, got new swags, new stadiums coming,
moving
new
in the
team.
right direction. At number 2, the Raiders, $281 million. Good for the Raiders.
Wow.
Those two teams have needed to spend money because they both blow. The Commanders at number 3, $176 million. Weird spot for the Commanders because if they had their quarterback, I think they would have been pretty good last year.
Yep.
Yes. Well, I mean, just look at what he did in his first year.
What's crazy about Jaden Daniels is there's another Jaden Daniels that played at Kansas.
Jalen Daniels.
I know, but I keep hearing every time they say it, it's Jaden Daniels to me. Because whenever Carson's brother was on last week.
Yeah, he kept saying it.
Yes. But I always think, because my friend is the head coach at Kansas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so Jalen was his quarterback. But every time they say it, it's Jaden Daniels. Mm-hmm. Every time. They have 2 Jaden Daniels in the NFL now. The Panthers at 4, they spent $175 million, and the Saints at 5, $170 million. The bottom 5, the Vikings spent $12.
Yeah, they honestly, I don't think they have any cap space.
They bought a Yoo-Hoo for J.J. McCartney. That's about what they got at the gas station. The Vikings have spent $10 million. The Eagles next up, $15 million. Lions at 31. Falcons at 39. To be fair, if we give the Falcons the benefit of the doubt, the Falcons are getting a quarterback very cheap.
Very cheap.
And the Jaguars at $43 million. So those are your bottom 5 spenders.
Oh, this is a crazy time of year, man.
You know what?
There's a lot of guys still out there that will probably get signed at a later date. But obviously, this legal tampering phase. Why do they call it legal tampering? Just the word tampering itself makes it feel illegal. Just say it's negotiation phase or whatever. But free agency started Monday.
Yeah, legal tampering's weird. It's like,
yeah,
we're going to do some allowed murder. Like, that didn't make a lot of sense. I thought murder was... So this was fun, though, because there's finally stuff to talk about.
This is a lot of stuff to talk about.
The Max Crosby thing blows my mind.
It does. You haven't, like I said, I've been around the league for a long time now. I've never seen anything like this, of that type of caliber player. One of the number one defensive players in the entire NFL, just failing a physical and them saying, no, we don't believe he's going to heal correctly.
I don't think he failed the physical. I don't. And then if I were to pick my favorite place for Max Crosby to go, would be the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm not a Cowboys fan, but he's a perfect Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that.
Big, loud, brash. Fans love him.
Dude, him with the star on his helmet, just sparkling on the outside at a 9 technique, coming to rage.
He'd be a perfect Dallas Cowboy.
And they've got some draft picks that they can trade for him too.
But they just got Rashawn Gary.
Yes, they did. That was a huge they traded for him. Right?
Yeah, from the Packers.
Yeah. They could trade off that big screen. Just trade that for him.
Yeah.
That's like Babe Ruth getting traded for like a play back in the day.
That's what they need. They had Dallas had the worst defense in the league. They gave up 31 points a game. Go get Max Crosby. I love that.
Did you like playing with Dallas? Was it fun?
It was awesome.
I would think that would be like such a fun place to play.
Incredible. And it's Jerry's world and all that stuff. But when you put that star on your helmet and you go out and the stadiums kick ass and the fans are just, they love their Dallas Cowboys. And it's just got that history behind it. It's pretty special.
Again, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Cowboys hater. All my friends are Cowboys fans. So sometimes I'm a hater, but I think that would be a really cool team to play for.
Especially because I grew up in the heyday And my dad was from Lubbock, Texas, so he was already a Dallas Cowboy fan. So that's what I grew up watching was the Aikman years and Jay Novacek and Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith and all these guys in the Super Bowl winning. So when I got traded there, it was pretty special, I'd say, just because it's just so ingrained in your mind growing up.
I'd like to end with saying, your beard looks good. I don't want you to shave it. I start to feel weird about it. Because last time you did, you were like, people are going to think that I don't even know. I don't even know. You said
I said something?
Yeah, well, you were like, they're not going to take me seriously. I'm not going to be looking professional.
Make me look old.
Yeah, you didn't say old. You look young. You're good. Even your beard looks young.
Been working on. Oh, dude, look at! I got the little white hairs coming in.
I know you see it close in the mirror.
So nice.
You can't tell it from here.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's
no,
good. Thanks. I'm gonna keep it now, even with the stuff that you said. What the lingo is these days. The bearded.
No.
What did you say? My wife's my beard.
No, not for you. People just thought I was gay for a long time.
Why?
Look at me.
Well, you do. You do sometimes. You could come across.
Yeah.
You wear Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, like a little style, kind of clean.
A lot of style.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Swag. You get swag. Your hair's perfect.
It's like people think I'm Mormon. I'm not Mormon,
You
but
don't
I'm as
look
close
Mormon.
I'm as close to Mormon as I could possibly be without being Mormon. Like except for the religion part.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I try to be That's it. All right, look, thank you guys for being here. That's Matt Castle. That's Kickoff Kevin. That's Brandon Ray. I'm Bobby Bones. We've had lots to say. We will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
See ya.